Morning, folks. A little bit different here in Worcester this morning. Snowing. It's Saturday morning at about 6 o'clock. Snowing here on May 8th today, I believe. A little bit different. But the forest in my yard is starting to turn green. The deciduous trees are starting to get their leaves. Obviously, the conifer trees are still green. We started doing some classification the other day. And this week what we want to do is try to take a look at our forests from a little bit different perspective. Hope you enjoy this week's exercise. As I mentioned, my forest is starting to turn green. The trees are starting to grow their leaves. And we start to see a few different colors around. Reds, white blossoms, green leaves, all starting to come out. The forest is changing. What we want to do this week is to take a little bit different look at your forest to try to see how the trees are changing and how they've remained the same. Do you remember this slide from last week? It was part of our review of Massachusetts and the forest cover that we have in our state. I thought it was pretty amazing where they said 62% of the state is forest covered. Seems like a lot of space when we talk about a decline in the population of trees. It said that there's about 3 trillion trees on Earth. That's incredible. 3 trillion trees and about 7.5 billion people. That's 400 trees per person. This is my piece of property in Worcester. It's a little bit over an acre. And you can see about 60% of it is covered with trees. If I zoom out, we can see where I am in Tatnick Square. We can start to see some other things around, such as Worcester State College and Worcester Airport. Notice the amount of trees in this image, too. Probably closer to about 50% coverage. That's including the city of Worcester. If we look at the state of Massachusetts, notice how much of it's green. We can see the big cities of Boston and Springfield. What we want to do this week is to take a look at forest coverage. Find your property and try to determine the coverage of your property. Then we're going to do the neighborhood and your town. We're going to use Google Maps to do this. If you go on to Google Maps, and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll be able to select so that you get a satellite view. From that satellite view, we can zoom in on different areas and see the tree coverage. As you click through, there's the icon you need for the satellite. And here's an image of Grafton High School and Grafton Middle School. Notice the buildings, notice the tree coverage. That's what we want to concentrate on this week. Tree coverage in your area. So for this week's project, what we're going to do is take a look at your property. We want an image from Google Maps, and we want to try to figure the percentage of forest coverage. We're then going to zoom out and take a look at your neighborhood and do the same thing. What is the percentage of forest coverage in your neighborhood? How does it compare? Then we're going to zoom out a little bit further, and we're going to take a look at your town, the town of Grafton. This is my town, or the city of Worcester. You can see it's about 30%. So we're going to send 3 images this week. Your property, your neighborhood, and your town. We're looking for tree coverage. How does it compare to what we read about for tree coverage in the state of Massachusetts? Are you over or under? I'll put some more information up on Schoology. Refer to that if you have any questions, and feel free to email me anytime. Have a great week, folks.